What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, the 84-year-old record producer Quincy Jones says he had a long talk with his daughters about what he said, and he is sorry. Now, Quincy Jones on This Morning issued an apology for remarks he made in bombshell interview with Vulture and GQ in late January. Now, in his apology, the music legend said his daughters took him aside and talked to him about the effects of the comments. Now, the 84-year-old record producer said he stopped drinking a few years back and his memory of past events is not as sharp as it should be, which is one of the side effects. So his stories do not paint the whole picture. Now, I am sorry to anyone whom my words offended, and I am especially sorry to my friends who are still here with me and those who aren't, Jones said in the statement. Now, one of the biggest tales Jones shared in one interview was that the late Richard Pryor allegedly had a sexual relationship with the late Marlon Brando. Now, Pryor's ex-wife said it was true, but Brando's son denied the claims. Now, Jones was also pretty hard on the Beatles in one interview, calling them no playing MFs. Now, Paul was the worst bass player I ever heard, and Ringo, don't even talk about it, he said. I remember once we were in the studio with George Martin, and Ringo had taken 3 hours for a 4-bar thing he was trying to fix on a song. He couldn't get it. Now, in the lengthy apology, Jones made it clear he already reached out to many of his friends who were mentioned in the interview so he could tell them sorry personally. Now, these friends are like blood family to me, he said in Thursday's statement. Now, he went on to write in his Instagram, a couple weekends ago, my 6 daughters, whom I'm beyond proud of, took me aside to do surprise family interventions because of some silly things I've said in 2 recent interviews, and I have learned my lesson. Let me tell you, I'm so grateful for my daughters because they aren't scared to stand up to their daddy. I am an imperfect human and I'm not afraid to say it. And I'm sorry. And I'm not afraid to say it. When you've been fortunate enough to have lived such a long and crazy life and you've recently stopped drinking 3 years ago, certain details about specific events, which do not paint the full picture of my intentions nor experiences, come flooding back all at once. And even at 85, it's apparent that word vomit and bad mouthing is inexcusable. One of the hardest things about this situation is that this bad mouthing was contradicted the very real message I tried to relay about racism, inequality, homophobia, poverty, you name it. And of course, I don't want that. I have already reached out to my friends privately, but when you live a public life, you have a responsibility to be an example. And since I do lead a public life, I wanted to make a public apology. I'm sorry to anyone whom my words offended, and I'm especially sorry to my friends who are still here with me and those who aren't. These friends are like blood family to me, to my dear family and friends. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for calling me out when I clearly made a mistake, many mistakes, even though sometimes it's difficult to receive criticism or discipline, especially publicly. I want you to know I hear you. I hear all of you. And thank you. So I encourage you all to please grow with me and keep on keeping on. Love, an 85-year-old bow-legged man who is still learning from his mistakes. All right. All right. You couldn't ask for a better apology. So hopefully everybody took his apology and can move on. So that's great. That's great. He was able to, he even said himself he's imperfect. But it's amazing how his memory came back on everybody else, but not on his own and what he did. But that's all right, Quincy. I'm with you. You apologize, so I forgive you. I don't know about all the other people, but I do. What about y'all? Well, that's for me. That's all for me. And as always, thank you for watching my video. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And to tell everybody Quincy said he's sorry. And always imparting, y'all. Be blessed. Bye.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.